Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song on the station. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress. You cashing
them. I love that music, yo. Salute to Ilpo, J Bond, Monday Booms, my family, man. The whole NC, what up? Tack Town, what up? You know what I'm saying? As usual, I beat everybody here. As usual, but you know, it happens. It happens. Let me see. While I got a second, I'm gonna probably send a live to a few people just so they can tap in. You know what I'm saying? Damn. You know, the crazy thing is, you know, we got through the NFL draft. That's good. Kind of glad it's over now. Give us a little bit better concept of exactly what it is that we're looking at now. Like all the teams can really shoot they shot where they need to shoot it as far as free agents and all that shit go now. You know what I'm saying? So that's a beautiful thing. There you go. What's going on, brothers? How y'all doing? Uh-oh, that fell off. It ain't storming out there, motherfucker, again, is it?
No.
Oh man. That's what's up. I'm trying to see. I'm actually shooting the live out to a few people right now. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is you know what? I was just saying I'm so glad that the draft is over. Yo, what up, Green? How you doing, man? I always know it's officially lit and legit when you're in the building. So what's good with it, brother? Hey, matter of fact, I might have a surprise for you here in a little bit, man. But yeah, like I'm hella glad that the draft is done because now all the teams can start. It's a lot of free agents still kind of floating in the wind right now because and I think a lot of teams kind of played it safe and waited for the draft. There definitely was a wealth of talent in the draft this year. So I think it actually went pretty dope. We're gonna talk more about that in a minute. But yo, I forgot I ain't even intro the pod. Hello, welcome to the party, yo. You know what? I want to change this. I'm weird. Let me do this. There we go. I feel better. Okay. Y'all already know what it is, man. All Purpose Podcast, Monday Night Live, all the time. If for those of y'all who was there, so we had a fucking ball Saturday. The draft was crazy. We're gonna get into that in a minute. But you already know who I am, man. Seven the Panther, aka the Carolina Hurricane, Ridiculous Slang, aka your baby mama's favorite rapper, aka Pie Strickland, if you're getting the point. And of course, you know, I got the bros with me. You know what I'm saying? We got the whole squad in the building today. We got to get to it. Oh man, Phantom, what's up, man? You look like you Phantom, like you get ready to choke somebody's dog or some shit. What the hell going on?
Damn, I get that look already, huh?
Man, I'm telling you, we ain't even got started yet. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's wild, bro. That's wild.
Man,
shit. Man,
I'm non-violent.
Me too.
I think I
I'm gonna have to take this
I don't know.
You think you're non-violent? I think I'm
still non-violent.
I think I'm gonna stop participating in that conversation before I get struck by lightning.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, so Evan Almighty. What's going on, brother? Uh-oh. I can't hear you. I don't know. Oh, you muted, bro. You muted.
Can you hear me
There
now?
we go.
Good. I'm in the building, man. Glad to see y'all brothers, man. How y'all living?
Good to see you. I know you a happy man right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get to that in a minute. I know you a happy man right now. We can get to that in a minute. I'm a very unhappy man right now, but we... Yeah.
Almost being in the playoffs.
You know what? We can start right there, too. Hold on. We can start right there. Because I got a problem with this. Hey, you gonna laugh and shit. Okay. It's all good. Nah, you know what, though?
Because I called it. Literally called it.
You did. The wild part is I completely forgot that Hunter Renfrow was from South Carolina. Like, so it just makes sense for him, you know what I'm saying, after he's been out for a minute to come back and play close to home so his people can rock with him, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, salute to Hunter Renfrow, man. Glad you're back in the NFL, even if you're playing for the Panthers. Like, I'm just glad to see you back, man. Like, I really like that dude as a receiver. And so I think he's gonna be a good fit for y'all too. I think it's gonna work out real well. Absolutely. Bryce Young is gonna love him. He's gonna love him.
Hey,
talk about security blanket.
We stocking up on Asian wide receivers. All we needed was Cooper Kupp to end the trifecta.
They was getting ready to have the white condo receiving room.
Mm-hmm.
God, dog. That's crazy. Ev, I gotta ask you, bro, because you were here Saturday, but like, how you feel about how the Giants did draft, man?
I told you we was gonna get Carter at 3.
Indeed.
That's what we do. We got enough QBs. We were straight. I was pleased with the pick. You know, I didn't expect Travis Hunter to be there. People kept saying he was gonna slide out of the top 5. I don't see how. I didn't expect him to be there. So I either wanted Carter or wanted Jonty. So, you know, I'll take Abdul Carter. You're a bad boy. That's a giant man, yo. So
yes, indeed.
You know, good little piece to add to the defense. You know, just building on.
Now
your defensive line looks good.
Yeah, they're starting to look solid, man. Starting to look real solid. I didn't know.
You heard the rumors about your man though?
Who?
That they might be trying to shop Thibodeau.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, not too happy about that.
You think Dart got a chance to take the job?
I do. I had to go do my research on him. You know, honestly, you know, I hadn't watched him much, didn't know much about him. But I can see why, as a GM or, you know, somebody in the game, you would pick him. He can spin the ball real well, real good pocket presence.
Yes.
Good looking quarterback. Good looking quarterback. I do think we still gonna have Russell Wilson still gonna start the season up. Just off pedigree. Sense. Yeah, pedigree alone. He'll start the season, but we're gonna see one of them boys. At worst case, we'll see Jameson there throwing some interceptions.
I was like, yo, the first thing I say to Jameson as soon as he throw a pick, I thought you got your eyes fixed.
Right, son. I thought you did, bro. Like, for real, bro.
We got that LASIK surgery. It ain't do nothing for you. I don't understand what's happening. Yo, that is crazy to me, dog.
At least it'll be exciting.
Yeah. I be thinking, I was thinking as I looked back at the draft, I was like, man. And I gotta bring this up again because I feel like it's imperative that people understand this. I've seen a plethora of things being said about why Shedeur Sanders slid as far as he did. Nobody had a word to say about the fact that Shiloh didn't get drafted at all.
At all, bro.
Salute to Shiloh. He did sign with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay, you got yourselves a good football player.
Great football player, yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is one of them situations of niggas stay in your place.
Pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it got a whole lot. I think it got less to do with Shedeur and Shiloh than it has to do with their father. In the NFL, trying to make the point of, hey, bro, you a college coach, stay in your lane. This the NFL. We run shit over here.
Yeah,
you know
pretty much.
So, hey, Malcolm, what's good, brother? Glad to see you in the building, man. Glad to see you in the building, most definitely.
But Shiloh not getting drafted, dog. Some of the mocks had him going late or undrafted. It's just
true.
Some of the mocks had him going late or undrafted, but you got with Todd Bowles, so
he gonna be good. He went to a great place. Yo, I like Tampa Bay as an organization and as a team. Yo, he did well. He's gonna do well.
Yeah, you going either Todd Bowles, Wink Martindale, Vic Fangio. Hell, Robert Saleh could probably using boxing down there. So you going to somebody that's going.
If Rondé Barber can have a career, then Shiloh Sanders can definitely have a career. The boy runs a 4.40 and he ready to hit somebody. So he's straight. He'll do just fine.
He has good ball skills. Like it's a lot about him that's really, really good. And I think that unfortunately he had the misfortune of playing on the same team with Travis Hunter and his brother. And at a point, that's gonna overshadow you no matter what you do. Because Travis playing both ways, which is some shit that we just ain't used to seeing. Shedeur was constantly under pressure. The offensive line was terrible. And somehow he still was able to make plays happen. So like salute to them, man. I was looking at the grades that they gave all the teams in the they drafted. The Giants got an A. The Raiders got an A as well. I was very, very happy about that. Strangely enough, the Panthers got a B-, and I couldn't quite figure out why that was.
Yeah, it was. We did.
Yeah.
It's more of the Teteron McMillan pick versus your boy out of Georgia. That kind of deal. And then they factored in the fact, which I didn't even know this at the time.
Mm-hmm.
The factored in the fact that they made a play for DK Metcalf in Carolina. I was like, yeah, they made a play for DK Metcalf. They made a play for him.
You know what? I hear that, but a part of me is extremely glad that did not happen.
Me too, a little bit.
I think that and this is no disrespect to DK. I think that he is going to be DK, no matter where he goes. But I think the type of receiver that he is could end up being a detriment to Bryce Young as opposed to a help. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think that him being in Pittsburgh and however their quarterback situation shakes out, it's gonna be a little easier for a quarterback to not have to try to adjust to the way DK plays. He's really a couple route running monster, but like he kills those couple routes though. So
and he's better off script because DK doesn't run routes on time, and Bryce tries to play on time.
Right.
He can play off script, but Bryce is a on time kind of quarterback. That's why him and Russell, what he was doing with Russell was like, yeah, Russell.
Hey, man. Yeah.
Russell plays not always on time.
Exactly. Yeah. It's more, it ain't got to be on time. Just get open. I'll get it there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
So
yeah,
DK
I feel it.
That.
Yeah.
But you know what though? This is where I will say, and I will pay him this compliment. If Aaron Rodgers does go to a place like the Steelers, he will force that.
Oh yeah, please believe it. Please believe it.
He will force that play on time.
Be where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, be where you're supposed to be at, but also you can break it off. You can break it off, and I understand that.
Yeah.
So that's what you give Aaron Rodgers credit to be able to adjust.
Aaron Rodgers gonna give him the criteria for breaking it off. He's gonna give him the math for it. The if then when. You see me go to the right, okay, keep a mental head count, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. All right, if the ball ain't out, all right, I go ahead and go freestyle. So
yeah,
he'll groom them. That's what you need. You need somebody who can come in there and groom them boys up.
Absolutely. So Malcolm asked the question: does Hunter play both ways in the NFL? From my understanding, that's the plan.
Of course.
I don't know how much he plays both ways. That becomes the question.
Not 100 snaps, not 90 snaps.
Right.
I'm with Deion Sanders about sending him to the offensive room first.
Mm-hmm.
Send him there first because he needs to know.
The offense is gonna be harder to learn. Yeah, the offense is gonna be harder to learn.
He needs to know the subtle intricacies of route running and all that, and the offense, all that. Yeah, you can cat coverage him on you can cat coverage him on defense. I got that cat, or you could, give him an area to go towards. So, offense is where he needs to be because he needs to learn timing with Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence, you on the clock too on that one too.
Please believe it. They're giving you everything in the world, bro. You got Travis Etienne in the backfield. You got Brian Thomas Jr. and now Travis Hunter out wide. You're running out of excuses, Trevor. It's time to produce. It's the time to shit to get off the pot, bro.
And you can do it to him. You can do it now because he's young.
Right.
We all been
Exactly.
young at 20 and 19, 21, knew damn well, shit, I'm going to do it while I can. And
Yeah, I
realistically,
think
y'all, it is less plays in the NFL than it is college, too.
true. This is true. Very true. Hell yeah. And I think Travis Hunter is such a supreme talent that I hope that they don't get starry-eyed and overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be mindful of the fact that you're still dealing with a human being who's going to break at some point. Travis Hunter ain't the biggest person in the world. You know what I'm saying? So like now that is the more potent question right there. Will he be successful doing it? I think he will. And I think he will because I'm hoping that they're smart enough to know. I think he's going to butter his bread on offense, and the defense is going to be like cinnamon on top of it. You know what I'm saying? Like you bring him in a nickel package. You don't. It would be the worst mistake in the world for you to start him both ways.
Yeah.
In the NFL, bad idea. Don't do that.
Not gonna happen.
Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that. Bring him in nickel coverages, dime coverages. Let him get his defensive snaps, but start him wide receiver.
One thing though, bro, saying you're the starting cornerback in the NFL really don't mean shit. Because you can start, but they can package you. You're just a part of the base package or the other package. So starting really don't mean jack shit. Only when it comes time to contract negotiations. that part,
matters.
but
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
Starting I don't really mean shit, man.
I mean, and then you also got to take into consideration he's going to the AFC South, so he's going to be matched up against. I don't think they have the most. I think Houston's going to be the biggest problem as far as that goes, as far as like covering receivers, because Houston got killers over there. Some of the other teams are coming up, but as of right now, as far as him being a defensive, as far as him being a factor on defense, I think that's like in the division is where it's going to make the most difference. And I think that may be where we see him play defense the most. Oh, woo! Sorry, woo! Salute. Oh my goodness!
But you know what though? Somebody else said this too, and I kind of agree with it though. It takes pressure off Trevor Lawrence. It puts pressure on him, but it takes pressure off of him because all the billboards gonna say Travis Hunter, Florida kid.
True that.
Florida kid.
So with him, Etienne, Thomas, didn't they just get a tight end too? They just
believe so.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence. Should the Jacksonville Jaguars not produce, bro, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. It's over for you. Like, they will go find somebody who can make that offense work if you can't. Trust and believe that. You don't believe me? Ask, Blaine Gabbert thought he was set. He thought he was set. We knew better, but Blake Bortles, once the magic stopped, woo, bro, I'm just saying. Hey, Malcolm, I agree with you. I think Hunter Renfrow is going to be successful wherever he goes. Like, because what he does, you don't have to. He does the things that you try to teach other people. He already does them. So, like, I think there's something special in that. The teams with the worst grades out of the draft were Atlanta, Carolina, Cincinnati, and New Orleans. The teams with the best: Baltimore, Indiana, Indianapolis, Vegas, the Giants, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. That's what they say. If you had to give your team a grade, do you agree with the B? You say you agree with the B- on y'all's Phantom?
No. I
So
go a
what
little
you
bit. I go closer to a B plus or A, just because needs were addressed.
True that.
And if you're telling me they say they got everybody based off what's going on and knowing my team the way I do, yeah, the Teteron McMillan pick does make me ask some questions, but he has to answer those himself. The two edge rushers, I'm actually cool with. especially Princely. I like Princely. I saw a little bit of Princely. And the one that I'm looking at though was the tight end out of Notre Dame. He ain't most athletic one. I saw him a little bit, but the Penn State one, the tight end, I do like him, but we didn't get him,
Oh, yeah.
so that was out of it. But
Oh,
the
yeah.
Notre Dame tight end, I like him. And
I
what
think
do I
he
always
might be
tell
more
you?
there for Chuba than anybody else.
True.
You know?
Getting
Yeah.
Trevor Etienne ain't bad. That's a security blanket for Jonathan Brooks, who tore his
Yes,
ACL
indeed.
again. So that's bad.
Again. Yeah, that's just
Yeah.
crazy, yo. I feel bad for that.
Now the undrafted ones, Musa Muhammad III. Okay.
I'm glad you said so. I was about to bring that up.
Moose.
Moose.
But you already know when you get undrafted free agent, that's why I always say that's when you build your team at the most, because you find real gems like Jalen Coker, my receiver Jalen Coker.
Yes.
Went from being that to be like, yeah, we don't need Jonathan Mingo. We can send Jonathan Mingo to Dallas.
Yo, is young Moose tall like his pops? Is he big like his dad?
Nah, he's 5'10",
No.
5'11".
Okay. I was just checking because I used to be like, yo, Musa Muhammad is a scary.
Nah, he ain't got the same body type.
It's a big ass wide receiver.
5'10", 5'11", quick. Because I had to go back and look at.
He fast though, yeah.
He fast.
Yeah, he fast.
Yeah,
He is fast.
Yeah. I just couldn't tell if he was tall or not, but yeah, I can tell he fast.
Yeah, I went to YouTube and looked at the stats, which is weird. Looking at his YouTube clippings and whatever, it's like, wait a minute, this is 6 years old, but it's like going through his high school. I'm like, that dude just got drafted. Like, what the hell? But no, I give that.
Yeah.
And then my offensive line, you got offensive line depth, but my offensive line comes back fully intact. And Iggy's option got picked up, so they're gonna pick up Iggy's 5th-year option. So I look at it as a totality, like, all right, well, we cool then, you know. I got my whole offensive line plus backups, everything, so I'm all right.
Malcolm's assessment of the Panthers: I feel they drafted true to their roots, defense and a decent running back. Absolutely. Carolina good for that. You know it. Oh man, Ev, they gave your boys an A+, bro. Like, were you happy? Like that happy with the haul that y'all pulled in?
Yeah, I was. Like I said, I wasn't. I expected to get Carter. Just the way we've been drafting and how we kind of stake our claim in the division. I can see what we're trying to build. You know, I can see where they're going with it. I can see where they're going with it. You know, we ain't got nothing but patience as New York area fans. As long as you make it exciting, we straight. You know, like I said, Dart, I had to go look at Dart. He got a chance to be out there the same way Shedeur got a chance to get the role in Cleveland. You know, I'm rooting for him to see what he can do. Dart, I wouldn't be mad if Dart got the starting role. I wouldn't be mad. You know, Ole Miss quarterback, you know, same kind of pedigree, same kind of thing. You know, I'm not mad at it, man. We did all right.
He's way more athletic than I knew. I didn't think he was.
Yeah, me too. I didn't think he was. Yeah, he got pretty good feet, man. I didn't. Like I said, I ain't know much about him, but he's got good arm talent. I know that much. You know, it jumps off the screen, so he can throw the ball. So we'll see, man. You know, we 2-3 years out anyway.
Phantom said Saturday that with the Jackson Dart kid, it was like who did you say you said his comp was he reminded you of somebody. I wish I could remember. I thought I had it on the top of my head and I can't remember now. But we was talking about Dart because we were comparing the quarterbacks and I was like, yeah, no, this person. I had a theory.
Oh yeah,
I think
go ahead. I believe I gave you a more athletic, stronger arm Daniel Jones. I might not have. I have to check.
Yeah, that was
it. More athletic, because I thought, like I say, when he popped up on the big, when he started popping up on boards or whatever, I had to go to Ole Miss and look. That's why we were talking about it before we got tipped at it. I was like, I got to go look at this. I had to go look him out too. And then we was going into it, and when he got slotted at 9 originally, I think about 2 weeks.
To New Orleans, they thought New
Orleans. He got slotted at 9. I was like, okay, well, let's find out what's going on with this 9. And then I saw him, and I was like, okay, makes some sense. Because I was like, if he fits Brian Daboll's offense. When I said it, I was like, that tells me
They trying to keep Brian Daboll. Yeah, exactly.
Brian,
yeah, hell yeah.
That Brian Daboll. It seems to me that they
That's
are
what
going
I
with.
see what they're
Hey,
trying to do. I see what they're trying to do. They 2-3 years out, but they building it right. I'm straight with it.
The Giants
now,
surprised
Ev, I
me
only
by
got one.
taking
Ev, I got one
the
question
running
for
back
you.
out of Arizona State. He's hella slow. I was shocked.
Ev, I got a question for
I
you
gotta plug my shit up.
because I thought about this, even though they drafted Jackson Dart, and I'm not saying anything about him, but I thought about this and I thought about you. Because remember we had this conversation before the draft, and you was like, "Are the Giants sucking for Arch Manning?"
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, okay, you got Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, and Tommy DeVito. And I said, okay, well, if they draft a quarterback, I'm like, okay, we'll see. How do you feel about that now with Jackson Dart versus
The
that Arch
same.
Manning thing?
The same. We still 2-3 years out, and our division is outside of Dallas. You know, we got a tough division. Where we could potentially lose 4 games just inside of our division. You know what I'm saying? Perceivably for the next couple of years. So you know that just is what it is. So we just gonna have to you know, find our way through these drafts with these good picks that we've had. You know, we keep acquiring. You know, we only got 1 year with Russell, 2 years with Jameis. I don't perceive them being on the roster, either one of them, you know, long term. I could see Dart and Arch competing for the role with a decent, you know, veteran quarterback as the third option on the team. Like I said, we third, fourth in our division, you know, depending on who you asking, if you're asking a Cowboys fan. So I think it's very possible.
I'll give y'all third. You know why I give y'all third?
Was it?
Because what do I always say? Fat guys. Up front.
Well, yeah, the dudes.
You gotta front now. You got a front now on your defense, and I'm like, even I sit back, Brian Burns, if Thibodeau don't get moved,
woo, yeah, it's just love.
Your front looks like it could be like, okay, your offensive line is the part I'm thinking about, but I'm like, your defensive front is gonna keep you in some shit.
Yeah, they're gonna keep you in the game. I think we're about 2-3 years out, and if we may be a 500 team this year, you know, just with the fanfare and everything that's going on with the new players, we may be a 500 team this year. But hey, if we go below 500 again, then we on the trail for Arch, man.
Please believe it.
If we late in the season, man, and we got to lose a record. Lose.
I know for a fact that a NFL team ain't super concerned about, hey, we just drafted the quarterback. Oh, guess what? We get ready to draft another one because that didn't work. Yo, the funniest shit in the world to me, and I hate that I laughed at this the way I did, but because I called it before it happened. When the Arizona Cardinals drafted Josh Rosen, I said, this is a very bad idea. And they was like, but why? He did this and that. I said, dog, listen to me. Go watch him play again. Like, really watch him, not like the result of the play. Watch him. It'll tell you everything you need to know. And some of them went back and watched him and was like, you know what? He might be a little more shaky than I thought. I said, dog, it's not going to work in the NFL. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. He's not ready for that.
And
some
who's
people
his head coach. Who was his head coach? And how did they fuck their head coach with that shit?
Massively, too. Jesus.
You sat Steve Wilkes with that.
Yeah, that's you know what? We got I'm making a list of the conversations that we got to have when it's a little slower in the cycle. Like right now, the playoffs and the draft and all that shit. Like when it's a little slower in the cycle, it's some shit we need to talk about that motherfuckers don't be talking about. And I do got some questions I want to ask y'all as we get closer to the end after we get, you know, not necessarily a specific topic, but I got some questions I want to ask you.
But yeah, you've been dancing around it. Go to the Raiders draft. You've been dancing around it.
Oh no, yeah, we did what we were supposed to do. I'm still mad we didn't draft Shedeur Sanders, but we did draft everything we needed, with the exception of a quarterback. So, and I mean, we got a quarterback late I think in the 6th round, I think we got a quarterback. What was homeboy name again? I can't remember this nigga name because I didn't want him anyway. But yeah, I wanted Shador to come to Vegas because it wasn't even on no funny shit. It was really on some. I think that with Geno Smith being there, I think Geno Smith is a perfect person for Shador Sanders to learn how to be a pro from because of what he's had to endure since he's been a pro, and especially since what he had to endure since he's been a pro, and some of it was self-inflicted. You need to be able to talk to this young man and let him know this is what you're going to do to yourself if you ain't careful with how you play this. You understand what I'm saying? I understand who your father is and all of that. They don't give a fuck. They will pull the plug on your ass and won't nobody sign you.
They got the
you
same.
You can go play in Canada or whatever, but
they got the same quarterback archetype. They built kind of the same. The form is kind of the same. Speed kind of the same. They the same quarterback archetype. Would have been great for him to learn from.
Because Shador's not a super athletic guy, but he is. He does have good pocket presence for the most part. Now they do say he takes a lot of sacks, but his offensive line was terrible. And like if you're not Mike Vick and your offensive line is that bad, it's only so often you're gonna get a fucking way. So you gotta come up with a plan. But yeah, I think we did what we were supposed to do. We met all of the things that were our needs going into the draft. We met them all. We clearly got the best running back in the draft. Which is going to help us build. See, I keep forgetting that Pete Carroll is our coach now. And with me reconsidering everything with that scope, that pick made perfect sense. Because he's the closest thing to I'm not saying he is. Ladies and gentlemen, whoever watches, please don't take this the wrong way. He's the closest thing in this draft to Marshawn Lynch. The closest thing in this draft to that. So, of course, you get him because you know what you was able to build around it. You know what I'm saying? And you know what you was able to accomplish with Geno as your quarterback, even though you had a revolving door of running backs because Kenneth Walker III couldn't stay healthy. So if I know what I can do with this running back, I know what I already did with this quarterback. All I got to do is put the right stuff around him, and we can make this go. The defense is already better than it's been in 20 years. So
plus you have a double whammy approximation of what would have been Luke Wilson and Noah Fant, or Luke Wilson, whoever the hell the tight end was in Seattle. You got Brock Bowers, so therefore you got Brock Bowers,
and we still got Maya too. So like they crazy, man.
You know I've been high on Brock Bowers. You know I've been high on Brock Bowers since his junior year. You know I've been high on his ass for a long time. So you got that.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did really well, man. I'm proud of the draft that we did. I'm glad of all of the selections we made. We got heavier on the defensive line too. Picked up a receiver, which we needed, because Jacoby Myers ain't the answer, y'all. I'm sorry, it's just ain't. But yeah. So I think we did great, man. I think we did great. I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward to. I'm actually looking forward to this season. I don't think we're going to be. We're probably going to finish. We might finish last place in the division and not even be bad. You know what I'm saying? It's just our division is just that good. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it is what it is. But
yeah, I got two for y'all.
What that is?
Before we go to basketball playoffs, I got two for you. I said one Saturday, and I'll say one today that just happened. Quinn Ewers to the Dolphins for the 6th round. Be careful. Quinn Ewers out of Texas to the Dolphins. Just be careful. Just keep an eye on that one. And then the other one that happened today was Deontay Johnson is back in the AFC North for Cleveland. Do with that what you will.
You know what I'm gonna do with that? Not a fucking thing yet. Deontay Johnson got to show me something now. He done fooled me too many fucking times. I'm like, okay, look, I think he's talented. I watched him in Pittsburgh. I know the boy can play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't no if and a buts about if he can play. My question started becoming, do you want to play? Because it don't really seem like it. You ain't got no problem cashing them checks. But do you really want to be on the field is the question.
You've been on three of the 4 AFC North teams and 1 NFC South team. Yeah, bro. Some questions gonna have to get answered.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as the quarterback situation in Miami, it could get tricky. It could get tricky. It could get tricky. Oh man.
Can I ask y'all one thing? I said I was gonna stop, but I gotta ask one more thing. And this just popped in my damn head out of the clear blue sky.
What's that?
What if Aaron Rodgers ends up in Miami?
That would be great.
That changed the game completely. That changes everything. That changes everything.
Just curious.
Everything. And for some reason, the Miami Dolphins are trying to. Why would you be trying to trade Jalen Ramsey? I don't understand.
Because of Tua.
Man, fuck Tua.
The same reason why Tyreek Hill has been talking bullshit every offseason. That motherfucker, the last 2 off seasons, he ain't been quiet for no reason. And Jalen Ramsey, damn sure, Jalen Ramsey wasn't quiet after AFC Championship game with Blake Bortles. He wasn't quiet. What the fuck? What you think he gonna say?
Nah, Jalen Ramsey is one of them. He don't care.
No, he don't care.
He don't care. He gonna say exactly, because you know what? As long as I can do what I can do out here, you gonna put me on the field. Somebody going to. Somebody going to. Because I ain't that much of a detriment. You know what I'm saying? Man, that is crazy. I think now I will say this. I would love to see what Miami's offense looks like. No disrespect to her, but with a real raw deal, like a quarterback that's built for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he built for part of it. Like, the part of it is timing and the short crisscrossing and all that shit. Perfect for him. But when you got the fastest nigga on 2 feet in the NFL out there, you got to be able to get it there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyreek having to catch short Jones and turn him into something because you can't get it down there.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Jalen Waddle, both 2 of the fastest people in the whole league. You got 2 of the fastest people on 2 feet in the entire NFL on your team.
It's true.
Dog, nobody said this shit. It just popped in my fucking head. Like, nobody said it. I ain't heard the rumor, but I thought about it. I was like, what if that fucker ends up? Because it's South Beach, so it's hot.
He's older, warm weather. He's older, warm weather. But when they say gangsters don't die, they get chubby and move to Miami. Brady went to Florida and won him one. And y'all might be like, shit, maybe that's the move. That's a good one. Mm-hmm. I'm keeping my eyes on that. I am definitely keeping my eyes on that.
If I say wild shit about football, apparently I end up being right or some shit happens. So apparently I'm batting a good average on that one. I'm batting a good average right now.
That's
no
true.
Doubt.
Yeah, that's true.
Man, you know what? I gotta go ahead and get my sad on now. I shouldn't have put that. I was getting ready to put some violin music. Yeah, we did draft 2 wide receivers. Green, you're right. Absolutely, we need them. Shit. I got to turn the sad music on now. Got to turn.
No need, folks. No, don't put sad music on now. Don't cry now.
I was about to upload this violin joint that I heard earlier, and I was just gonna play that as I was going into this piece. But
no, don't cry now.
Oh well, I want to start with some bad news, with some other bad news first. Dame Lillard tore his Achilles. Yeah, that's big.
Yeah, damn.
You already can kind of tell Dame's older. Like he don't play at the same speed he used to play. You know what I'm saying? Like you already he's figured out a way to play at a different speed. He can turn it up when he needs to, but he play at a different speed and learned how to master that because he knew at a point the quickness is gonna go. I got to figure out another way to do it. But now with a torn Achilles at this point, I don't know, man. I hope he recovers well. I hope he, you know what I'm saying, he's able to get something else out of that after that. But them Achilles is rough, yo. That is rough. So, yeah, best wishes to you, Dame, for sure. When you put out a new album, nigga, I want to hear some shit. The fuck? Salute to the Oklahoma City Thunder for closing out in a 4-game sweep. I mean, I can't say that I'm surprised by that, but I can't say I'm surprised, but
Cleveland smacked Miami tonight too.
yeah, Cleveland put Miami in the tank
Smacking the
tonight.
shit out of them, almost by
Smacked them
50,
bad.
almost.
50.
Yeah,
Yeah, smacked them.
yeah. Boston probably about to send Orlando home this next game. They up 3-1 right now. Indiana up 3-1. Milwaukee without Dame, there's no way I see y'all advancing past. Y'all
I
already
think
down
this
3-1
is
anyway.
the end of the Giannis era
I think so
in
too.
Milwaukee. I think with Dame getting hurt, they have an excuse now, or there's an excuse to go ahead and do a fire sale. So that's going to make it really interesting come the next couple of years.
I
Because
think
you
Giannis
add
comes to the
that,
West.
yeah, you add that to just about any team, and yeah, you got something.
I ain't gonna say it.
We'll take them in New
Yeah,
York. We'll take
that's
them.
gonna
We'll
be
take. We'll take them.
no,
Bring the Greek freak
no,
to the Big
no,
Apple. We'll take him.
no. I think I just said it. No, hell no. Nah, B.
No,
No. That's not
Madison
happening.
Square,
Hell
and he
no.
plays well
That
at
is
Madison
out
Square
like 3
Garden too.
strikes. Oh,
Whew.
that's out like 3 strikes. Who else? Golden State. Out. They Houston putting up a fight, but Golden State probably gonna pack them up. Cleveland getting ready to pack Miami up. We just said that, and the New York Knicks are up. You thought I was about to do it, didn't you? The New York Knicks is up. Not only are the Knicks up, but I just gotta say,
yeah, you can stop dancing around it. A team with Rudy Gobert is gonna send y'all ass home.
Nah. But you jumping the gun. The Knicks in Detroit series is way better than I thought it was gonna be. Like I really thought New York was gonna run them off the court, but like not run them off the court, but maybe like it was not gonna be as close as it's been.
Nah, Detroit real.
You know what I'm saying? Detroit putting up a massive fight.
Detroit
They play
real.
really good defense.
Yeah,
Kate
they real.
Cunningham, you are an absolute animal, sir. Absolute
Yeah,
animal.
he a monster.
He is crazy. Oh my goodness. New York is up right now. And I think New York will win the series, but Detroit has just made it interesting. And that was kind of cool because I think that helps New York moving forward. After they get done with this, once they get done with Detroit and they move on to the next round, and it's a better it's a better team that they face. And I think now they understand, hey, if we don't show up, this shit could be over with. You know what I'm saying? Like in a heartbeat, it could be over with. I don't necessarily. I expected Cleveland to beat Miami anyway, so this doesn't change my original belief that I don't think Cleveland's going to be in the. I don't think Cleveland's going to represent the East in the championship in the finals. I just don't. Likewise for OKC, I don't think they're going to represent the West in the finals. But something specific is going to have to happen. Because if it doesn't happen, then OKC is definitely going to the finals. Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's more of a sure thing for them than it is for Cleveland. They definitely got I think they got a better opportunity to get there than Cleveland does in the East. But whew, it's been ugly. But yeah, it's been ugly. Luka, I'm gonna need you to put the ball in the basket, maybe put the ball in the basket. That would be very helpful. And as much as people say, oh man, he defying Father Time. No, he's not. No, he's not. And it's starting to show. He can do it in spurts. It just ain't the same. When Austin Reeves don't show up, we're not gonna win. When JJ Redick doesn't make a substitution the entire second half, we're not gonna win. I agree with that, Malcolm. Matter of fact, I'm glad you said that. I'm gonna put that on the screen in just a second when we get there. I don't know what to make of what's happening right now. Like I've been watching it and just being like, this doesn't make sense. This don't look like the same team that I just watched play the last month and some change in the NBA. This ain't them. Who's this? And yeah, Dalton Connect not playing at all. problematic. I don't know what JJ Redick's doing. I don't know what the overall goal was going into this series. Yeah, we have no size at all, and that's why a team with Rudy Gobert is about to send us the fuck home. Julius Randle is laughing his ass off right now.
It's not as much Gobert as it is Julius Randle. I was just about to say that. They don't have an answer for that dude. He's playing old man basketball right now, and the person that would usually lock that up is the 40-year-old person on the team that can't play like he used to play. It's obvious. Julius Randle is playing DeMarcus Cousins, zero type basketball right now. He's running directly at people's chests, and he's playing downhill. He's backing people down. He's playing grown man basketball, and they don't have an answer for that. And then on the opposite side of that, you got Anthony Edwards jumping out the rafters when he feels like it. So it's rough for him. It's rough for him when you don't have size, yo. So that it's turning out opposite of what I expected. But Luka is scoring the ball. He's scoring 35, 36, 37 points, 31 points a night. He's scoring the ball. How many points you want him to get? What, 50?
I mean, in the last game, he scored 38. He was 13 to 28 from the field.
Yeah,
that was cool.
He
had four turnovers, which ain't good. And not to mention, no matter who he's standing in front of, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Whatever they feel like.
Whatever they want. He's just a body. Like. He's just a person out there. He's just a person out there.
I have a question.
What it is?
That trade that happened that got rescinded with Charlotte, that looks like that's biting y'all in the ass.
Absolutely. Especially if you're not gonna play Dalton Connect anyway.
Yeah,
like
what the that part right there. That's why I say that trade's looking a little suspect. Like
JJ Redick, man.
I mean, I wouldn't have traded Dalton Connect to begin with.
No.
At the time. But then you brought up who you keep bringing up, whose name you keep bringing up. Yeah, you probably could have used Dwight Howard at this point in time.
Oh,
you can at least offset Rudy Gobert.
Him or JaVale, either one.
JaVale, yeah, JaVale would have worked. Yeah, JaVale would have worked too.
JaVale playing in Puerto Rico right now, some shit. Like,
yeah, both of them would have worked.
I'm mortified by the fact that I realized as I'm watching this game, and I'm watching the whole second half. I'm watching, and I'm like, wait a minute. Why the same people still on the court?
Mm-hmm.
Why you ain't sit none of them down? Like nobody. they don't need to rest. Minnesota just cycling motherfuckers in. Here you go. What you gonna do when Naz Reid come off the bench fresh with your tired ass?
And Anthony Edwards is like, give me all that smoke fourth quarter. He don't give a fuck. That fourth quarter, he was like, give me all that smoke. Like, shit, I'm young. You motherfucker. Hey, he already said it. I'm just gonna repeat it in my own words. You motherfuckers think they really gonna beat us?
That's pretty much what he said, yeah.
That boy shot mechanics, that boy jump shot is wet. That joint is silky, son. It looks like it's going in when he shoot it. It looks good. He's if he want the league, if Anthony Edwards want the league, he can have it. Ja certainly ain't gonna get it. If he want the league, he could certainly have it, y'all. Yeah. If he stays, keep away from the thoughts and the baddies, please. You can have the league, bro.
Being that he's one of the best defensive players on the team, I too would wonder why Vanderbilt's not playing. You know, other thing that I worry about is at what point, if you're supposed see, I didn't want to get into this right now, and I'm not going to, but I'm just going to say this. If you're supposed to be him, when we gonna see it? It's almost over, yo. Like, even if we win the next game, you got to win everything else. You can't lose again in this series. You got to go out on the floor and be better than Minnesota for the whole game for the rest of the series. Honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it. So
I think he has 2 games worth of that in him. I think that the bad part about it is that he's been saving that for later in the playoffs. And if he gives you those two throwback games that he has in the tank, you won't get that later in the playoffs. You may get through this series, he may will the team through this series, but you won't see that again in the playoffs. And I will say that I believe that the stories are true, that if Luka actually had better conditioning, he'd be an even better basketball player. He's great now. He's absolutely great now. But if you put the dog in him that say Larry throwback players, the Larry Birds, the Jordan, the Kobe, the Scottie Pippen, put that kind of work ethic into your overall, makeup, and he'd be an even better player. He might get you 50 with that herky-jerky style of play that he got. He might get you 50. LeBron needs that, like you said, put the ball in the basket. I think the Lakers suffer from guard play. A true point guard.
Oh, yeah.
A true point guard. What they got now, they could beat teams that are taller than them if they had true point guard play. A Rajon Rondo, somebody, a point guard. You just need a point guard. That's it. Yep.
The unsung hero of Minnesota's team don't score a lot of points at all. But he's exactly what you just said. Mike Conley direct traffic like nobody business.
That's it.
You ain't supposed to be there. Get over there.
Get over there.
Go that way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yo, that right there. The bad part for us is our best point guard is also presently our power forward.
Yep.
That's the problem.
That's part of the problem. And he's 40 years old.
And he's 40 years old. And our 3 losses, we've lost by 22, 12, and 3, which says that it's been closer each time, but it's still a loss. I don't give a fuck if it's been 3-2-1. It's still a loss.
It's the way they're losing, too. They're losing with the lead. They'll have the lead.
It's easy to lose a lead when you've been playing for 40-something minutes straight. Like
the whole game.
Like,
the whole game.
I don't understand, man. JJ Redick is on crack, I believe. I really think he is. Julius Randle, salute to you, man. Like, we should never let you leave LA. I fuck with you.
Should never let you leave New York. That's my dude, yo. That's my dude.
Man, the crazy shit is watching New York play has been wild for me because like Jalen Brunson is so much iller than I ever thought he was good. Like I always thought he was good. You know what I'm saying? But like they took the leash off this nigga in New York and was like, go.
He's great.
He was like, what?
Yeah, he's great, yo.
Yeah, he got busy. He dropped 32. I think Josh Hart is the X factor for y'all. Josh Hart's the X factor for y'all. He does everything. Everything. Like
Josh Hart is Jimmy Butler light, yo. He's our Jimmy Butler. He plays like Jimmy. He don't really care about scoring the ball too hard unless he got to, or it's low shot clock. 10 seconds and down, you might get a shot out of Josh Hart. Otherwise, he ain't gonna shoot the ball. He's like Jimmy Butler light. You know what I'm saying? When he's healthy and he's playing his game, they look really good. But if he ain't on the court, the person that I am really, really pleased with is Karl Anthony Towns, Joe. I talk a lot of trash about Karl Anthony Towns. Cat done found a home, yo. That man done found him a home. He done found somewhere that he like to play. So salute to him, yo.
That nigga was 5 for 7 from 3 last game. Like,
he ain't playing. He ain't playing with you right now.
And
he taking you down in the paint. Yeah, and he going down in the paint, yo. He ain't playing right now.
And him and Tom Thibodeau relationship worked out better than I thought
it worked out. Yep, it worked out a lot better than I thought it would.
Tibbs went 9 deep. Tibbs went 9 deep the
he got
last
a
2
9-man
games.
rotation.
Like,
Yep.
I was
He
like,
changing
whoa,
up.
he done learned some shit.
He done learned something. Yep.
He done learned some shit. Okay, that's what's up. Is there anything that's happening outside of obviously what the fuck is happening with the Lakers? Is there anything else that's kind of got you like wow in the playoffs so far? Because my favorite series right now, go ahead. I'll let y'all answer it first.
The resurgence of Steph Curry. Without Jimmy Butler. I hope Jimmy comes back to the court. Hurry up and get back to the court.
He's playing game 4. He's playing.
That coccyx bruise, that sucks. You know, so just watching Steph go out there and look like Splash Brothers Steph, yo. Like, we said it last time we was on here. Some of the stuff that he's doing, we might not see that again. We might not see it again. He's so confident with shooting the ball now that he doesn't look like it looks like he's throwing the ball at the rim now. Like, he's got it dialed in so much. The tight spaces, the 2 dribbles and a pull straight up with 3 people around him, and it don't touch nothing. We may never see that again, bro. Like, that looks crazy.
Steph Curry is like the Candyman of basketball and shit. Like, cause you know the crazy shit is, like, check it. Like, if I'm playing on the opposing team and we playing against Phoenix, okay, cool. You know, if I play, you know, Kevin Durant, you can only do so much about it. You know what I'm saying? If you play excellent defense, you might can disrupt them, make them have an off game. You know what I'm saying? But more often than not, he's what he do. Like, you can disrupt Devin Booker a little more than you can disrupt Kevin Durant. But either way, I understand what I'm going into here. If I play you rough, if I play you hard enough, I can disrupt your game. This nigga ain't nothing we can do about it. Cool. It is what it is. Steph Curry, you be thinking to yourself, man, he's slow nigga. No, you can't.
No, you can't.
It ain't nothing you can do about it. Like,
nope.
And I will say this: when we talk about the illest handles in the game, Steph Curry handles is crazy, yo. He get done with that basketball, yo.
Steph Curry, I give it to him in the phone booth. Like, Steph Curry's handles are ill in the pocket.
That part.
That's where you see, you know, Kyrie does what he does, full speed coming at you, and that's why you can't stop that. Yeah, he's downhill doing the tricks, doing the Rucker Park on you. Steph can have 3 men around him, dribble the ball 8 times, and pull up and splash. Yo, like, they see nothing like that. It's crazy.
Basketball Barry Sanders.
Yeah, for real. That's crazy, bro.
That nigga basketball Barry Sanders. I saw him do some shit on a highlight on YouTube the other day. I said, how the fuck did you? They all standing around you.
They're right there next to you. Playing pinball, man.
That shit was crazy, yo. That shit was crazy.
Wait, whoa. Eddie, you done gone too goddamn far now.
What you mean? Bro, I was simply talking about the dribbles in the
phone booth.
It ain't no. I'll never put him on the same caliber level as Barry Sanders was in football. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way. I think Barry Sanders is the best running back I ever see.
No, I'm just saying. I got the AI might have been that too now. Goddamn.
Oh hell yeah!
Jamal
I think
Crawford.
AI close to the
Jamal Crawford. Yeah. Jamal Crawford in the phone booth.
Niggas with better handles than Steph. I just don't think Steph get enough credit for his handles. That's what. Yeah. That's what.
Chris Paul.
I know what my playoff.
Yeah, Chris Paul in the phone booth too.
Is.
Who that?
I know mine is.
Who that?
If that damn cyborg is back,
Kawhi looks good, man.
Oh shit.
Kawhi looks real good, yo.
Hey, dog. I see that cyborg coming back, and I see James Harden looking at each other, looking at him like, oh shit. So I can't. James Harden been looking good, but the cyborg got him like.
Kawhi looks good.
11 assists last game.
Yeah,
for James Harden.
He got him doing James Harden like this from Terminator. Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, he doing his thing, bro.
Should that dunk have counted?
Hmm?
Should that dunk have counted? I've got varying answers to that
Yes,
question all day long.
because the ref said it was
Yeah.
a good basket on the floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go that way
It
with
should
it.
count because he said it was good on the floor. Yeah, it should have counted. I wouldn't have been mad if they overturned it because it was that close. It was just that close. Give Gordon the praise though. Johnny on the spot. He ain't give up. Johnny on the
Yeah.
spot, yo. You
Mhm.
know, got up off the ground before everybody else. He was ready.
Man,
It was crazy.
that shit
And you
crazy.
know what's crazy about that is when Aaron Gordon went up for that dunk. Is that Aaron Gordon? Because it was like you won the dunk contest. You had two classic dunk contests. I'm like, yeah, you done got old, big guy. Like, damn.
He got up
Young
off the
Aaron
floor
Gordon had it
quick though.
quick though. Like, god damn, young boy.
Yep.
I
I
mean,
remember you jumping over shit.
I wouldn't bet against him. I mean, I know in the open court he'll catch it.
You
You
catch
know
a
what I'm
body.
saying? But he ain't. Yeah, but back then though, he'll come down the lane with 7 footers
Orlando
down there and
Aaron
be like,
Gordon.
ah, dang.
Him and
Orlando.
Blake, yo. They both at the same time around the same area. Him and Blake was
Oh Jesus,
making people look silly,
Blake
yo.
Griffin. Oh my God, bro. That
Very
shit crazy as
large
hell.
men jumping very high.
Very high. That's like an offensive lineman just
Right.
doing the Jordan on a
With
nigga and
bunnies.
shit. Yeah, man. Like that shit crazy as fuck, man. Yeah, I think that Denver Clippers series right now my favorite one. That in the West and then in the East it's been the Knicks and the Pistons. But like, I hope Denver enjoyed the celebration from last night. I hope they enjoyed it. It might be the last. They might be the last time they celebrate in the series. I think the Clippers getting ready to take this, and I think they're getting ready to take it because Kawhi Leonard said, "You know what? This regular season thing y'all doing, I ain't real interested in it. I mean, I'll keep training and getting myself together and getting ready, but like when we get too close to where it count, call me. I'm
Okay,
coming. Like I'll be there. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And James Harden, since he's been having to carry the team most of the season, it took him a minute to kind of mold into, oh, wait a minute. Oh, you did come to play. Okay. Then let's play. You know what I'm saying? Then let's play. Cool. I think Zubac's doing as good as he humanly could do against Jokic. It ain't a whole lot you can do about it.
Do you do with that? That's just you might as well just wash that out. Hey,
It ain't a whole lot you can do.
But Zubac got skill though, yo. Like if you watch him play, homie can play.
Oh, Zubac nice,
yeah, homie can play. I was like, oh, okay.
I call him the illegitimate cousin of the Gasol brothers. He looked like one of the Gasol brothers.
He do,
That's
yeah,
true,
he
does. He does.
Call that nigga
Your boy got game. Yeah, he got game.
So check it. I know we getting low on time. So I got some questions I want to ask y'all. Just some random stuff that I was thinking about when I was at work today. What's your favorite NBA rivalry of all time and why? Yeah, because when I thought about it, I was like, ooh.
90s Knicks Bulls. 90s Knicks Bulls. 90s Knicks Bulls, 90s Bulls Pacers.
I feel that.
90s Pacers Knicks.
I'll personalize mine.
Uh-oh. What is it?
My personalized one is Spurs versus Heat with LeBron. That's the only time I've ever got out. It's the only time I've ever got out of pocket as a Spurs. It's the very first time I've ever got out of pocket as a Spurs fan. And you laughing because you know why. Because there's a certain brother who worked with us. Shout out Corey Davis. Yeah, it's the only time I've ever got out of pocket.
Yeah,
Corey had to pull up. And said some shit out of my mouth that I was like, all right, motherfucker. Like, yeah. I don't know if I think you was around. You were still in North Carolina then. That one was the one that hurt me. You were still there. Ev, I ain't gonna lie to you. This is the story. I think I've told it, but I'll make it real quick. Ev, I'm watching Game 6, the one Ray Allen shot. I'm watching that in my man room next to my fireplace, not on, all the lights off and just checking on the game. And I get a couple text messages and like, yeah, man, congratulations. And I still ain't watched it because I'm superstitious. And the shit, he hit that shot. The next text message I got after that, I was like, okay, y'all got it. For that entire year, you've never heard, if you was around me, you've never heard me talk basketball shit as much as I talk basketball shit for an entire year.
Oh yeah.
And they was like, oh, you want them. And then I heard, and what made it even worse was the Spurs were talking basketball shit to the media. It was like, yeah, we want the Heat. I was like, you damn right I want them motherfuckers. That's why I'm going to personalize that. Line them bastards up.
Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Hold up.
Yeah, I got the
Reese,
poster. I
Spurs,
still got the poster with your boy John. Well, I got the poster with Jordan trying to dunk out of the picture, getting dunked on by Stark. Show that's one Knicks Bulls. Those series, those 2-3 years in a row, were some of my favorite. I remember them when I was a kid. John Starks did dunk on Michael Jordan. He tried to get out the frame, but he dunked on three members of the team, yo. He got him.
He got it, man. He got him.
And Greeny, Spurs Lakers was gonna be my second pick. Spurs Lakers was gonna be my second one.
Bless you.
Because I had beef with damn Kobe about that time too.
Yeah, 80s Lakers Celtics.
Yeah, that's always a classic. That's always
90s, 90s Pistons Bulls.
You know what? Mine is the 2K Lakers Sacramento Kings.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Ooh,
that's my shit right there. Because I'm a Lakers fan and Chris Webber my favorite basketball player. So like that was great
Lottie,
for me. You know
Tasia and White Chocolate and Chris
White
Webber
Chocolate,
and,
Mike Bivy and Bobby Jackson.
Who was the Doug Christie? Doug Christie?
Yeah, Doug Christie.
Doug was there too.
Yeah.
Had a great
Brad
team,
Miller.
yo. That was a great team.
Man, yeah. Yo, I ain't even gonna front. Yo, like I ain't one of them Lakers fans that ain't willing to admit the truth. Like the referees damn sure handled us.
Oh, they helped.
Here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
here.
You got it. Yeah.
Y'all supposed to be going, not them here.
Yeah, Sacramento was some monsters that year, yo.
Niggas just walk. You ain't never seen Kobe and Shaq to walk off the court so fast after winning the game. They was like, we don't want nobody asking us shit about this. We out this motherfucker.
we stole this one. We gone, baby.
It's how to go, yeah. In and out like a crack house. Keep it moving.
Welcome to the Sack Town. Ready to lay my back down. I heard that one.
Yeah, we out.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, that's it crazy. Okay. Who do you think is the most? Who are your three most underrated players? And we'll say of the modern era. So we'll say from 80 up, from Magic Bird to now, because we was all around for that.
Underrated players.
Mm-hmm. And it can even be like, in my opinion, when I think of somebody being underrated, this person might have been an all-star one time. But when they start talking about them dudes, that person's name don't come up. You know what I'm saying? And what made me think about this was that Forgotten Players profile. This is not an ad. This is sincere. If you have not been, if you on YouTube, go check out Forgotten Player profiles after the pod, obviously. But yeah, he does great content. He brings up a lot of players that I even at times like, damn, I forgot about him. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
I'll say
player profile. Salute to y'all, man.
Give me Grant Hill, Nick Van Exel, and damn, who would be my third person? Grant Hill, Nick Van Exel, and
damn, Nick Van Exel, that's a good one.
Lamar Odom.
Oh,
and Lamar Odom.
Damn it, man, that's a good one too.
6'9" with a handle. Yeah, 6'11" with a handle.
That man played point guard in college. Y'all don't forget.
Yeah, see, he's just a
NBA,
very, very tall man with handles, y'all.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean Prince, Tony Allen.
Yeah, Yes. Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna go Manu. I'm gonna give Manu his love.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
You know
for
Manu.
sure. I feel that. I feel that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Tayshaun Prince, Tony Allen, man, that dude could be on my team any day of the damn week.
oh
I
for
swear
sure.
he could.
Green say James Worthy.
That's a good
I
one.
I
feel
don't
that.
think James Worthy is. I don't think James Worthy ever been underrated, bro.
I don't
I
think
think
he gets
Worthy.
enough credit. He don't get enough credit simply
Yeah,
because he
yeah.
played with Magic, but he was solid, yo,
Oh
super
yeah.
solid, bro.
Dog.
Yo.
Okay, I'm gonna take 2
Mm.
points. I'm gonna take 2 points. So before you go, I'm gonna do 2 things.
Okay.
Big Van Axel, I don't think is underrated only because I remember when you sent the little thread to me, the instant I thought was him and Eddie Jones.
Oh
Woo.
They
yeah,
almost converted me. They almost converted me to be a Laker fan because I love Eddie Jones, but Eddie Jones because they're healthy.
yeah,
Mm, 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 mm.
That's
yep.
like I instantly think of that shit.
That
That
is
was a
really, really
great
good.
backcourt, yo. That was a great backcourt to watch,
But
yo.
it was Dale Harris's Lakers. Never
Yep,
forgot it. The Dale
yep.
Harris era.
Dale Harris era, yo. That was fun Laker
Woo.
basketball to watch. They had some great teams.
Well, we was crazy to win shit, but we was dope. We couldn't win shit,
Or
but we was dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dale Harris with his white
That
hair
shit
and his
crazy as
glasses.
hell.
I was like, what the hell?
Oh man.
Was it Dale Curry or Dale Harris?
You know what? Dale Harris. Yeah.
Dale Harris.
Dale
Okay.
Harris. That man, he was trash. I can't man. I was so mad. I was like, dog. It's crazy to me that they did what some people would have considered was taking away talent from the team when they sent Eddie Jones back in and moved all the other pieces out, started moving all the pieces with less well-known pieces. So you replace Nick Van Exel with Derek Fisher. You know what I'm saying? And like people that don't understand what's happening, are like, huh? But there was a reason for it. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason for all of it. And Dale Harris almost had too much. You feel me? Dale Harris almost had too much to work with. He ain't know what to do. He had Shaq. He had Eldon Campbell. He had, you know what I'm saying, Eddie Jones. You got Robert Horry. You got. What am I supposed to do with all these people?
Yep. I told you that was fun. That
Yeah,
was
they
a
traded Nick
fun
Van
era
Exel
of
for Ty
Lakers.
Lue.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Eldon
Malcolm,
Campbell,
thank you
dog.
so much. You said actually one of the names that I thought. One of the names that's on my list, Jamal Mashburn.
Mash.
Absolutely. Monster Mash was crazy.
Mash.
Also, J.R. Ryder.
He's a good player
Or
too.
Isaiah Ryder, whichever one you want to call him.
Isaiah Ryder, whoever you want to call him. Timberwolves Ryder.
Pretty Ricky, what to call him. No doubt. Yeah, hell yeah.
Timberwolves Ryder.
Shit. You know what? A part of me actually, I ain't gonna say Grant Hill. I'm gonna say Penny Hardaway. Not enough people. His run was too short. Like too many. Like there's not enough people that got the. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that be talking now and talking all that shit, and they don't say his name because they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They got to see small forward Penny after the surgeries and he's trying to figure out how to be something other than what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
didn't get to see point guard Penny.
Yeah, point guard
running
Penny
the offense
and
coming down the lane and yamming at y'all niggas Penny.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't get to see that.
Nah. That nigga was shooting threes y'all was looking at. Like, yeah. I mean, that was cool, but
so Penny, Grant Hill, and Derrick Rose, yo. Those are my three. Like, don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. We having different discussions these days, yo. We having different discussions.
Oh yeah. If Grant Hill don't get hurt, the 90s in the East looks a little different. You know, it's a little different.
You know what's so crazy about that whole thing is?
What's that?
T-Mac, Tim Duncan, and Grant Hill would have been on the same team on Orlando.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
And they would have drafted Dwight Howard.
That's
They
crazy.
all would have been on the same team that year. T-Mac told a story a couple years ago, and I had to remember to tell it. They would have had Tim Duncan when Tim Duncan was free his first year. When he was free at that first contract, Tim Duncan wanted to come to Orlando.
With Nick
And
Anderson
Grant Hill
at
was-
point.
And Grant Hill was coming there anyways. But he
With
got
Nick
hurt.
Anderson
but he
at
was still
point.
coming.
Yep.
Oh my god, man. Yo, that is wild, bro.
Tim
shit.
Duncan.
Jim
Jackson.
Jackson.
Jimmy Jackson was dope. Yeah, Jimmy Jackson was nice. Jimmy Jackson. You know what? I think Rip Hamilton underrated, yo. I don't think people really people fuck with Rip, but I don't think they really understand why they should fuck with Rip. Like Rip Hamilton was nice, like nice in his own way. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't no.
They
Like,
owed him
Rip the
chips
type of
to
nigga
him
that
and
had
Bill
33
Wallace,
points.
though. Him and Bill Wallace, they owed them chips to them.
No.
That nigga had 33 points and you won't even know it. You know what I'm saying?
No, what if I always said we go off that Detroit Pistons team? Give me Sheed, dog. Sheed, I take Sheed over everybody except Tim Duncan. Yeah, I take him over Kevin Garnett too.
I feel that.
It's the truth.
Sheed is special.
You know what? You just made me. I ain't gonna say it right now.
No.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and say it. 'Cause I'm like, yo, Sheed, bro. There's a Portland Sheed and there's a Detroit Sheed. That
True
mother.
that.
Yeah.
All right, so check this. Same scenario for coach. And you can just go with one. Who coach you think don't get the credit they deserve? NBA.
NBA. I go with out of sight, out of mind, Larry Brown.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
out of sight, out of mind. Even though he's great, but he's out of sight, out of mind.
Jeff Van Gundy.
And that's my next one.
I say Jeff Van Gundy. I like he and his brother. I like them both. I like them both, but Jeff is a basketball savant, man. He don't even look like he should know anything about a basketball or why it bounces, but he understands those X's and O's, yo. And the players love him. Yeah, and the players love him. You know, so I would say probably Jeff Van Gundy, yo.
Dog, whose staff he's he been on? He been on the Celtics staff when they won a chip, and now he's on the Clippers staff.
No doubt.
Yep.
No doubt.
It's not a coincidence. Yeah, it's not a coincidence, man. It ain't a coincidence. Spo.
I think I think Van Gundy probably would have been my answer too. Yeah.
I think Spoelstra gets his due, Malcolm. I think he gets his due. I think Spoelstra earned it being a young coach and winning his way. Even though he had superstars on the team, he coached that team. He coached that team, even with superstars there. And he learned from arguably one of the best, yo. He learned from Pat. Took his whole style, his mannerisms, his way of dressing, you know, Spo a real one, yo.
No doubt. Now
I
know.
One.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'll say I got one more to throw at y'all. I don't know if I want to play for him, but goddamn Jerry Sloan in Utah, that fucker.
Rule with an iron fist, yo. I don't know if I could play for Sloan, man.
I don't know if I can play for him, but that motherfucker, boy, he might make.
But he got the job done, though.
Yeah, that fucker, boy. That's an old school culture to the. Yeah, I give Jerry Sloan his love, respect, though. Rest in peace.
I think it's I probably would have been like, hey, bro, y'all can trade me now. Like, it's cool. Like, I ain't got to do this at all. Like, we can just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's cool. Like, I appreciate the shot, but you can just send me over there or something. Like, it's all right.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'll
fuck with this. Like, nah, B, I'm cool. Okay, so last question, and then we can make this quick, and then we can hop out of here. But I do got something I want y'all to think about for the next. Matter of fact, I'll just put it in the chat. Don't worry. But last question. The last dynasty per se was who? Golden State, probably. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Who's the next one? Who's the next one? Who do you see potentially building that? And I mean, I know the obvious answers, but
Yeah, you had that one. I know my two.
That's
I say that's difficult.
yeah. Absolutely. Especially with the way player movement is right now. It's kind of hard to
The player movement is what constructed as it is, accounting for picking up a piece here or picking up a piece there. The Boston Celtics,
I can see
with
that.
the big two that they have, plus Derek playing the way that he's playing, they're building something that's like a core group to grow up with, and they've already tasted success. The Boston Celtics, and oddly enough, OKC. If Barn, who they bring in, who they maintain, how they keep doing what they're doing right now, they're young enough that everybody that we watch or have watched for the last 10 to 15 years are going to start retiring. They're going to start heading out the league. And they're young enough to step right into the vacuum outside of somebody like San Antonio putting it together with Wemby and Fox and, whatever other pieces they decide to bring in. If they don't bring it together as quickly as OKC is putting it together, I really see OKC being one more piece, bro, and you ain't going to be able to stop them young boys.
I feel it. Yeah, I feel that. Dang. Okay. That actually gave me something to think about.
Yeah. My two come to Oklahoma City and San Antonio. Oklahoma City, San Antonio, because the infrastructure is so good.
Yeah, they built right.
I mean, Boston's a right now one if they win, but okay. And then
I feel it.
I got a third. I got another one for you. It's the East. Orlando Magic, though. Could possibly.
Ooh.
Send Giannis to Orlando and send Giannis to Orlando and get a point guard.
Possibly.
Send Kyrie to Orlando with Giannis to play with Banchero.
If we're just going off just future projections, I'm like, Orlando in the East could possibly. But my two Wests is Oklahoma City is a right now moving forward, and San Antonio is a projected one.
And I just said Boston because Boston is an attractive place for free agents. You know what I'm saying? You already got the big two. This is a time where you could get somebody who wants to get a chip, somebody like Kevin Durant, somebody who wants to come and, be a part of something that could win right now. You still got that window with the two young studs. So
I'll stay in Texas. If Ime Udoka stays in Houston.
Oh, they're looking good.
That was one of mine. Yeah.
Houston, they tough.
Udoka stays in Houston.
Yeah, they tough.
I fuck with Houston heavy. I think Houston's going to be dangerous, and I also think that if they continue to be smart with how they draft and how they continue to build around what they know to be their main piece, I think the teams in the East should be very mindful of the Detroit Pistons. Be very mindful of them because they got grit like the '80s Detroit Pistons. they got grit like them. Like they play hard. And they got a boy on their team that don't mind socking your ass too. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm
that
saying?
dude, yeah, he
Yeah.
don't stay there for.
Yeah. He ain't got no problem with standing in there and getting and mixing it up with you. So like oh, that's a good question. Since considering the conversation we having, how many years of champions do y'all consider a dynasty?
It
3
got
and
jaded
5.
and I'm about to say it got jaded by the
For me, it's
Spurs.
3 and
The
5.
recent one.
Yeah. If you can get 3 and
At least
5,
three.
at least 3 and 5. You know what I'm saying, I'll consider you a dynasty. That's pretty damn dominant in professional sports to get
Oh
3
yeah.
out of 5. Because that means
Shit,
that you were probably there the 4th and 5th year. You just lost to somebody else. Kansas City.
I was about to say, sound like somebody I heard of.
You there every year. You just somebody else just got a turn, but every other year you good to win one.
Football Steph Curry.
Yeah, you a dynasty.
Football Steph Curry. There it is. Oh man, yeah, I think that's fair, no doubt. I don't know, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask one more question, and we can do it in this one. Most shocking thing you seen in sports, other than Shedeur Sanders for the weekend.
Ooh. I don't know. Oh, you know what the most shocking thing was I seen in sports?
Wherever it was for the weekend,
What's that?
other than Shedeur Sanders.
I saw a list of the best female basketball players in college basketball history.
Mm-hmm.
It was the wildest shit I ever seen in my life because they had that girl at number 2, and I was like, y'all playing. What are we talking about right now? Y'all are slaves of the moment. That's crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Won't touch it. Another story for another day. Yeah, it was the most shocking thing in sports.
Other than Shedeur Sanders, other than Shedeur Sanders, I say the way the New York Yankees and New York Mets look this year as if they're going to have a Subway Series. Both teams look like late 90s versions of themselves right now. The Mets are doing it on a budget, which is weird for a New York market team, and the Yankees are quiet about doing it, which is atypical of a Yankees team. I'm more overall shocked with the direction of New York area sports right now. You got a basketball team that's poised to make a great run in the finals. You got 2 baseball teams that are leading their respective divisions. As a New York fan, yes, I'm shocked. It's hockey season. The only thing we're missing is a team, competing on the ice, for a championship. This is like old times right now. Giants making good picks. Feeling hopeful and optimistic, man. New York sports is back, it looks like.
Mine is simple. Draw to the point. Anthony Smith when UFC Fight Night flips out fans and shit. I'm like, yeah. I missed the hell of a UFC card on Saturday. That motherfucker started flipping off fans because he was talking shit and he got beat by Zhang Yang. I can't say it, but you understand. Go look at the card. I can't say it properly.
Got one of those names.
Oh man. Damn.
I can say Zhang Yang Ziyang, but I can't say it, but I don't want to disrespect the man's name. But yeah, he lost. So Anthony Smith got damn flipped out.
Oh man.
and then explain itself. But that was just one of the ones because we've been in a heavy sports heavy weekend this weekend, so it was like
hell yeah.
draft, playoffs. When I can't watch a UFC fight night, and I'm like, I'm gonna watch a UFC fight night, and I'm like, never mind. I just catch up.
Oh shit.
And that's
my
my
bad.
last.
I was my bad. I was reading something. My bad.
That's my
Oh
last.
shit. Oh man, yo, thank y'all so much, man. This shit was fun. I needed that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey man, Lakers losing. The Lakers losing the way we losing. Absolutely. I don't even want to. I'm gonna cry when I get in the car. So yeah. Man, thank y'all so much for locking in with us. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. If they tired of all, if they tired of sports reporting, tap dancing around the facts, just to make sure they keep the corporate sponsors happy. Tell them they can come over here and rock with All Purpose. We keep it 1,000 each and every time. You know what I'm saying? Salute the Pretty Kings. Salute the Echo Limitless. Salute to all the brothers over at Panther Politics Podcast. Yo, we got a lot of new shit coming down the pipeline, man. I hope y'all ready. You know what I'm saying? Panther Politics Network, we getting it in. On behalf of Phantom, Evan Almighty, I am Seven the Panther. Thank y'all for running with us again on another Monday Night Live. This was number 31, man. Jeez. Peace.
Everything changed but the motivation. City to city, the same song who on the station. Controlling the interest. Look how these kids dress.